everyone, Genome here, coming at you with the next episode in my Cover of the Week series. Sorry this one's a little bit late. I had other projects going on early this week, so I'm just now getting around to it. But all excuses aside, let's get on with the show. Once again, I want to direct your vision to the lovely backdrop behind me here, and those of you with sharp eyes may have noticed that there are some new additions to the tank. So yes, Mr. Blinky himself has a few more tank mates, but none that will upstage him. Never fear, Blinky. You are always going to be number one, the tops. So let's get on to the cover, shall we? So one of my favorite runs of DC Comics, I wasn't a huge DC guy, I was much more Marvel than DC, but basically my favorite run of DC Comics was Detective Comics. I love like the 600 through like 700 issues. They're just so cool. A lot of Chuck Dixon work, a lot of Giordano work. Just, good stuff. A lot of Aparo pencils, which I really do dig. And I like, the stories were good. I mean, they're just fun stories. It was, actually, this book is actually written by Louise Simonson. It's a wacky tale of the adults' take on video game culture. So, but all that aside, let's get onto the cover, shall we? So this is Detective Comics number 635. And check that out. Absolutely gorgeous. This cover is by Greg Pratt. And I can't even explain to you the actual style of this book. Kind of a gritty film noir style. Like the edging is all kind of fuzzy. I'm not sure how much of it's going to show up on the picture. I'll try to put a digital picture up here somewhere for you to see. But there's nothing super defined. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's like the artist isn't drawing lines and just let the inks fill in. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really different and it's really badass looking, man. I mean, Batman's clearly visible, writhing in the clutches of what appears to be a cobra, which doesn't make any sense, but okay. That's to be forgiven. Most people don't know anything about snake biology, and supposedly it is on a video game. So, just amazing. Like I said, this camera probably won't do it justice too much. Not that the camera's bad, but just the angle I'm having to shoot this at, the distance. But just an incredible cover. There were so many interesting and unique covers for Detective Comics. Usually they were, I mean, there's always action going. I mean, that's any comic book. But it reminds me a lot of like Captain America covers, where the protagonist is always in some sort of fighting pose, action pose. It's very little of him standing around posing, you know what I mean, and looking cool. It's usually in him either fighting something or jumping somewhere. I don't know, just active covers. And this one just really grabs me, man, out of all of like the detectives I was going through, because I was going through a little batch of them before I did this video, because I figured I remember them being some pretty cool covers. I mean, of course they're not all winners, but for the most part they did really well. Of course Batman, of course, is their biggest seller back then probably, so stands to reason. But I even like the red detective logo. It's like the only splash of color on this freaking cover. Everything else is black and white. But it doesn't look like a regular black and white drawing, you know what I mean? Just because of the style of the art. Let me get my fingers out of there. Check Batman out. And the backgrounds are cool, the backdrop's cool. I mean, it's kind of a, I don't even know how you would describe this thing. It's almost like a reverse negative, but not nearly so like blurry, you know what I mean? But anyway, my attempts at describing this cover don't do justice. But if you have it in your collection, take a look at it and let me know what you think. I think it's just amazing. The story itself inside is interesting. It looks like a two-parter. I can't remember if this is a two or three-parter. I think it's a two-parter. Yeah, definitely an older person writing about video game culture. So it's a little bit different and pretty wacky, but I mean, it was a pretty much enjoyable read. But yeah, just an amazing cover, and definitely worthy of a cover of the week. So I'm going to have to hopefully get the next one out earlier next week. I'm going to try to do it probably in this order, like the music review, then the comic cover of the week, and then miscellaneous, whatever comes after that. So I'll try to do like Monday or Tuesday in that order, kind of, for the music review and the cover. That way it's kind of something you almost schedule, as it were. But like I said, it's nothing rambling. Detective Comics 635 takes the cake this week. Make sure to check it out. If you haven't, check out my tribute to Rick Levins. That was last week. I'll put it up here somewhere. Link to that little video. Make sure to check him out. He's an amazing artist who unfortunately has passed away as of 2010. So I did a little tribute video to him because you don't really hear him brought up very often. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next comic cover of the week, coming at you probably next Monday or so. And stay tuned for more music reviews, movie reviews, interviews, anything to do with views will be on this channel at some point. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the backdrop. Be more Blinky footage coming up soon too. So until the next cover is found, this is Genome, out.